Hello, my students. Welcome to yet another lesson. So we continue preparing for the exam. Okay, so our target is the GCE exams. Now, in today's lesson, we look at a component under coordinate geometry, and that is on the finding parallel and perpendicular lines. So come with me. No much explanation, let us go straight into it so that you learn how you can calculate this in an exam. Okay, so for parallel lines, all what you need to know is that number one, they have the same gradient. Okay, the gradient is the same, so all you need to do is to find the constant, which is c. You're going to understand as we go into solving. Perpendicular lines, you flip the gradient, or you write the reciprocal of the gradient, and then you change the sign of the gradient. After you do that, what do? You find the constant. Okay, so let's go into two examples so that you understand what we were explaining here. Now, number one says, find the equation of the straight line that passes through the point 4,6 and is parallel to the line y is equals to 3x minus what? Minus 8. So the solution, we'll start with number one. So our solution, what we're going to do is, we're going to write this equation, okay? So we're going to say y is equals to 3x minus 8. So here we're finding the parallel, okay? So here we're finding the parallel line. Now, after we do that, we need to find the gradient, okay? We find the gradient. So gradient is m is equals to, now always the gradient is the number before x. Always gradient is the number before x. So here the number before x is what? Our gradient is 3, okay? So there our gradient is 3. So the next thing, what is the next thing that you do? You bring in now the equation to finding the equation of the straight line. So we say y is equals to mx plus what? Plus c. Okay? Y is equals to mx plus c. After you do that, you get the coordinates that you have been given. Okay? We have been given these two coordinates. Okay? So we have been given the 4, 6. So we name these. So this is our x and that is our y. So we just replace these in the what? In our equation here. So while there is y, we are putting 6 is equals to, while there is m is the gradient, which is 3. In brackets, x is what? Is 4, say plus c. Okay? After doing that, we are going to say 6 is equals to 3 times 4 gives us 12 plus c. You cannot say 12 plus c. No. So this 12 will cross the equal sign. It will come this side. So it is a positive. When it crosses the equal sign, it becomes negative. So 6 minus 12 is equals to c. So therefore, when you subtract this, it will give you a negative 6 is equals to c. So the value of c is negative what? Negative 6. Now, therefore, the equation will be y will be equals to 3x, where there is a c, we put what? Minus what? Minus 6. Then, that is our answer. Just like that, you have found your answer. Let's go to number 2. Number 2, we're calculating the perpendicular line. It says, find the equation of the straight line that is perpendicular to the line 3x minus 2y is equals to 4. Okay, so here what we're saying is we're finding the perpendicular line. Perpendicular line. So we write our equation. The equation that we have been given is 3x minus 2y is equals to 4. Okay. So now, here what we are going to do is, we need to make sure that we make y the subject. Okay. We need to make y the subject. Now, this is going to be 2y is equals to 3x, when this crosses the equal sign, it will become what? Minus 4. Okay? So, to get rid of the 2, we divide both sides by all the numbers by 2. So, this will go and that will go. Remember, with y is equals to 3 over 2 what? X. This there is 2, is 1, 2 there, it goes in 2 times. So this will be minus 2. I hope that you are followed. Okay, so when we do that now, we find the gradient. Okay, so our gradient will be equals to 3 over 2. 3 over 2. Now, we are saying when you're dealing with perpendicular lines, what do? We flip the gradient and change the sign. So when we flip this, we write the reciprocal of this. So we are going to say gradient 1 is equals to, this will be 2 over 3. We put even a negative. I hope that you are followed there. Okay, so now, since we have our gradient, we are going to use now the equation of the straight line. We say y is equals to mx plus c. To find now the constant. Okay, so you flip, then you change the sign. So we have flipped this gradient and changed the sign. From there, what do? Find the constant. So, what coordinates have we been given? -9 and -9 and 5. So we're going to say -9, 5. So this is our x and this is our y. So where there's 1, we put 5. Where there's x, we put -y. -9. So this will be equals to, our gradient is -2 over 3. Where there's x, we are putting what? -9 plus c. Like that. We have just replaced. So this will be 5 will be equals to, so this is over 1. So when you multiply -2 times -9 to give us +18 over 3 plus c. So therefore this will be equals 18, 3 into 18, it goes in 6 times plus c. So this 6 will come this other side, so it will be a negative. Because from 5 take away 6, that will give us -1 is equals to c. So our c is -1. Therefore, the equation, our final answer will be y is equals to -2 over 3x minus 1. There. That is how you deal with that. So these are the 2 examples. Now let us go and look at some exam questions and see how we can answer some exam questions. Okay, so we have 2 example questions here. So number 1 says, find the equation of a straight line which is perpendicular to the line 2y minus x is equals to 3, and is passing through the points -4, 1. Okay, so here, for us to find the solution, we're going to say, we write our equation. So, say 2y minus x is equals to what? Is equals to 3. Now, here we need to make y the subject. We need to make y the subject. So meaning that here we need to get rid of this one, of these 2. So we're going to divide by 2, even here, divide by 2, and also there we divide by 2. Okay? So this will cancel and that will cancel. Therefore y, it will be y minus x over 2 is equals to 3 over 2. Now, here y is not the subject. Therefore, we say y is equals to, when this negative x over 2 crosses the equal sign, comes this side, it will be just a positive. So this will be x over 2 plus 3 over 2. So there we have made the y the subject. Okay, so that's the first step that you do. If y is not the subject, you make sure that you make y the subject. So when you reach there, what we do, we find the gradient. We find the gradient. So our gradient is equals to, so here where there's just x here, it means that there's an invisible 1 here. So here our gradient is 1 over what? Over 2. Now, since this is a perpendicular line, we say perpendicular line, we flip the gradient and then we change the sign. So this is 1 over 2. When we write the reciprocal of this, it is going to be, so we're going to name this as our gradient 1. So it will be, when we flip it, it's going to be 2 over 1 and then negative. Because it's a positive, so it becomes a negative. Therefore, when you divide this 1 into 2, our gradient 1 will be equals to negative 2. Okay, so that is our gradient. So now we have found our gradient, we are going to use our equation. We say y is equals to mx plus c to find the constant. Okay, so we get the coordinates that we have been given, negative 4, 1. So this is our x and that is our y. So where there is y, we put in 1. Where there is x, we put in negative 4. So we say 1 is equals to, our gradient is what? Negative 2. So we say negative 2 in brackets, x, we put in negative 4 plus c. Okay, so this will be 1 will be equals to negative 2 times 4, it will give us negative 8 plus c. Negative 8 should come this side. So this will be 1. When this positive 8 crosses the equal sign, it becomes minus what? 8. Okay, this will be equals to what? C. From 1 we take away 8 to give us a negative 7 is equals to C. So the value of C is what? Negative 7. Therefore, the equation, okay, the equation that is perpendicular to the line will be y will be equals to, we say, negative 2x minus 7. Okay, like that. You have found your what? You have found your answer. Okay, let's go to number 2. Number 2 says the equation of the line A is what? 3x plus 2y is equals to 10. Line B is parallel to line A and passes through the point 4,6. Find the equation of the line B. Okay, so we copy the equation that you have been given. 3x plus 2y is equals to 10. So here, as usual, we make y the subject. We're going to make y the subject. What do we do? We're going to say 2y is equals to, this will cross the equal sign to become what? To become 10 minus 3 what? 3x. Okay? To become 10 minus 3x. After we do that, what do we do? What do we do? Or we write it like this. We write it like this. Okay? So we write it like this. So 2y is equals to, when this crosses the equal sign, this will become a negative. So it will be negative 3x plus 10. Like that. Yeah. So to have y as the subject, we divide by 2. Even there we divide by 2, and there we divide by 2. So this will cancel. Y will be equals to negative 3x over 2 plus 2 into 10, it is 5. Okay, so we have that. After we do that, we have made y the subject. We have made y the subject. So the next step here is to find the gradient. Okay, so our gradient is equals to, mind you, gradient is the first number before what? X. So our gradient is negative 3 over what? Over 2. That is our gradient. Now this is parallel, so we don't have to flip it. We only flip when it is what? Perpendicular. So we get the coordinates that you have been given, 4, 6. Since This is x and that is y. So we use our formula for finding the straight line. So where there is y, we put 6. So we say 6 equals to, the gradient is 3x, 3 negative 3 over 2, of, in brackets where there is x, we put what? 4 plus c. Okay, so this will give us negative 3 times 4, it will give us a negative what? Negative 12 over 2 plus c. So this will be equals 2 into 12, it will be negative 6 plus c. So when this negative 6 crosses the equal sign, it will become positive 6 is equals to c. So positive 6 plus 6 gives us 12 is equals to c. So the value of c is what? Is 12. Therefore now we write our final what? Our final equation. So therefore the parallel line will be equals to, say, negative 3 over 2x plus 12. That is the answer. So, my students, that is how we deal with the parallel and the perpendicular lines. Go through these same questions. Pause the video, solve these same questions. Watch it over and over until you get the concept. Thank you very much for watching.